right, so I'm going to be starting on the first part of our lesson to 14 and 15 today. We're going to be constructing some box plots, which will help us look at data sets in different ways to see the center and the spread. So the first thing we're going to talk about is actually what a box plot is. A box plot is just a graphical, so like a picture, a graphical representation of data that shows the lower, upper, and middle fourths of the data. So let's see if I can actually help you construct one here to get started. So what we have here is this dot plot. The dot plot has all of the times it takes Miss Duffy's first graders to get to her class. You can see students range anywhere from 5 minutes to get to school to 60 minutes, 1 hour to get to school. So let's actually think about how we would do this using a box plot. So my first thing to do is to find the median of my data. Well, I guess we can make a number line. So we know it could go anywhere from 5 to 60. So I think for my number line, what I'll do is I'll start it at 0. I'll make my biggest one 60. That would make 30 in the middle. And I could go by tens. So I could do 10 and 20, 30, 40, 50. So get our number line made so we can start to actually put this box plot on here. So first things first, with my data, let's find the median. And let's see, I may need some help here. When I find my median, you don't want to cross things out. You want to be able to see everything. So I go 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. Make sure I get this right. 5 and 5, 6 and 6, 7 and 7, 8 and 8, 9 and 9, 10 and 10, 11 and 11, 12, and here we go, we land right on 15. Now let's make sure this works. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So it means there should be a single one in the middle, and it should be the 14th one. So it looks like I'm on the right track here. So 15 is my median, and now to find, well, let's label that median. And now, of course, I got to keep going here. And how do I do that? Well, I'm going to find the lower quartile now. So let's keep going with that. So I move in again. So in 1, here and here. Gradually, oh, I got off there. I got to make sure I do this at the same time. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's our lower quartile, or quartile 1. Land up here, do the same thing. Go in and in. So it should be on the 4th one, right? Yep. Oh, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, still got it. Okay. Go in. Oh, I might have done something wrong down here. I better go back and double check. So I'm going to use my fingers this time just to make sure. So I start on 12, start on 5. In 1, in 1. In 1, in 1. In 1, in 1. Left, then right. Left, then right. And left. Yes, I get one number there. Let's check and see what I maybe did wrong here. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 1. There we go. 25 is my upper quartile. There. Now I've got myself figured out here. Now the only other thing I need is my minimum, or my smallest value, and my maximum. And these are the things that I'm going to use to make my box plot. So I start with my lower quartile and my upper quartile. I use those to make the box of my box plot. So 8 to 25. So 8 is about right here, and 25 is halfway between these. So those make up the ends of my boxes. My lower quartile of 8 and my upper quartile of 25. How do I put my median on here? My median is just a line in the center. So there's my median at 15. And with a box plot, the only other thing you add to it is where the minimum is, which the minimum is right here at 5. And it's just a line. And so my maximum is all the way up at 60. So that shows me that I would go here. So what does this tell us? This tells us the data is skewed left and that most of our 50% of our data, that's what this represents, the box actually represents. Box represents the middle 50%. That's because it's the same thing as the interquartile range. We can see most students, it takes them between 8 and 25 minutes. In fact, it takes them 50% of them, roughly 50% of them, between 8 and 25 minutes. And if you think about what that looks like in your data, that makes sense because here's all of the points. For most students, it looks like it's between 8 and 25 minutes. So it's very skewed left. So let's actually summarize what we just did here. What did we just say? We said put the numbers in order and create a number line. So that way we can actually start to put our box somewhere. And what I want to emphasize about that number line is it counts differently than the data. The number line, it counts separately. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at my number line, notice how I decided, oh, I need as low as 5 and as big as 60. So I counted by tens. I don't just put these numbers on a number line and then start to do that. That's not how it works. We only see each number once, and it's just a regular old number line. So after this, we need to make sure we find the median of the data, and then we need to find the lower and upper quartile to make your box, and then mark the median with a line in your box. So this is kind of another important part too. You might want to underline that so you don't forget that. And then we're going to use the maximum and the minimum, or the minimum and maximum, to mark the endpoints of your box plot. So what am I talking about there? I'm talking about these lines that come off the side and show us where those markings are. So if you are confused on any part of this video, go back and pause so you can understand the steps that it takes to actually make one of these box plots.